Goto Ryuji is the latest addition in the solo leveling and rise family. All his skills except his ultimate skill provide a break ability. His skill 1 Phantom's Heavenly Hurricane can be used up to 6 times, and for each time he uses the skill consecutively, the damage increases by 10%. You also have a super armor while using that skill, and while you use that skill, you take 30% less damage, and it also triggers the effect Exercise, which stacks up your crit damage by 3%, stacking up to 5 times, and lasts for 7 seconds. His skill 2 Reverse Tempest also has a break and also gives you super armor ability, and while using the skill, you also take 30% less damage, and when you use that skill, it increases the damage and break damage of Phantom's Heavenly Hurricane by 30% for 15 seconds. Cyclone Blade is arguably the best support skill in the entire game when an enemy has a break bar. So you get 2 effects when using Goto Ryuji. First, we have the Invincible King. When the user successfully puts an enemy in the break state, it increases the break effect duration by 3 seconds. Duration Infinite. Invincible King's Puff increases damage dealt to targets in the break state by 100%. This is by far the strongest effect in the entire game, and every boss which has a break bar, you wanna have Goto in your team. To understand Goto, we have to look at his passive abilities. When he uses his basic skills, he recovers MP back. His crit rate increases by equal to 20% of the crit damage stat, so the more crit damage you have, the more crit rate he gets. And when the Exercise effect gets 2 stacks, it turns into the Arrogance effect, and it applies to all Wind members. And the Arrogance effect is increase the crit damage by 20%, and the user's basic skill damage increases by 20%, and the user's skill mana consumption increases by 33%, so you take less mana. Goto's Plum boosts his crit damage even further, and for his ideal build, you wanna run a full greed set on him. Alternatively, you could also use a 4-piece greed set and 4-piece obsidian, or if you really want to go for max damage, you go with 4-piece curse and 4-piece obsidian, but the best way to go is just with a full greed set, and he scales off max HP. For his ideal skill rotation, you want to start off with skill 2 to buff up skill 1, and then follow up with skill 1. Once you got Goto to A5, it changes slightly. You want to start off with his core attack, because his core attack buffs his damage even further. After you use the core attack, you want to use skill 2 followed up by skill 1, and after skill 1 you want to use skill 2 again. And this sums up everything you need to know about Goto Ryuji. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. I really appreciate it. See you with the next one. Deuces.